Welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny
and Erin.
So, a new Stray Kids one for us. Ooh. For us, it's not a new song. So it's called X, which would suggest it's like a breakup song.
Oh my god, is this where Elon Musk got the idea from?
So it's from 2020.
One of these days we're going to actually finish like that album.
Yeah. Eventually we will finish all the albums. Actually, do you know what? The rate they're putting them out, no, we're never going to catch up.
I know. We'll never make it through the Skiz Replay album. That's the one.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. We're getting album after album and then the extra albums. Sounds like I'm complaining. Kind of am, but kind of aren't.
Just because we want to spend all our time inhaling the content.
Yeah. And do you know what? Maybe they should take some time off on the recording and tour Europe. One day we're going to get that tour and I'm going to have nothing to moan about in my videos.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Yeah, it'll be they didn't do the song I wanted. I didn't get enough Changbin time.
Changbin didn't pull me out of the audience, proposed to me.
What? Oh, didn't? I thought you said like he did to you. That's
no.
Like...
No, dear, don't worry.
I take back my death stare.
I was like, what are you saying for? I'm siding with you that you'll be able to moan that your completely unrealistic, delusional thing hasn't happened.
He wouldn't. He knows I don't want to be proposed to in front of loads of people. He knows I hate that. He would never.
Yeah. That's what he'd never do. Sure.
So, yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a breakup song. It was written and composed and everything by Chan and Changbin.
Or
I'll buy a sale.
Or it's a treasure hunt and X marks the spot.
So please remember to like, comment and subscribe in the comments.
I was going to say, where would Stray Kids bury their treasure?
They wouldn't need to. They just leave it with Lino. No one's trying to go for it.
Oh, yeah. Chan should leave his laptop with Lino.
No, because you'll find it's been hacked. And
True.
And all his profile pictures are now of cats.
Got to open it with a paw print.
Leave it with Sungmin. What's my password? Chan is old.
Harper 52.
유난히 차갑던 그날의 말투 유난히 많았던 그날의 아픔 하루 이틀 또 핑계가 된 바쁨 결국엔 티나도 식어버린
Lonsbilly.
미안하는 말을 남긴 채 너와 손을 떨면서 내려간 슬픈 결말 떠나보는 너고 난 아프죠 내가 그래놓고 왜 내가 아프죠 고맙다는 말도 못한 채 너와 나를 떠나주고 빠진 날카로운 말 멀쩡한 척해도 거짓말 못하는 그리움이 날 후회하게 만들죠 나를 잊어버린 추억 그 속에 널 찾아 붙잡아 봤자 너에게 눈물만 떠 그때 내가 미쳐 돌아나만 없는 시간 난 자신이 없는데 결국 너밖에 없는데 잠깐 삐쳤던 거야 그때 내가 미쳐 몰라 나만 없는 공간 숨쉬기도 벅찬데 뭘 믿고 그랬을까 미친 놈이었던 날 욕해도 좋아 마음껏 욕해 욕해도 좋아 제발 욕해 날 향한 제목과 정도가 될 때까지 화가 풀려 다시 돌아갈 수 있다면 할말도 털어놓은 상태 서로 안 맞았던 걸로 포장해 다시 너를 만나는 중이던 사람도 눈이 두려웠던 게 나의 죄
Oh.
무슨 일이냐고 물어보는 너의 목소리도 들었을 때 졸래 신경 쓰지 말라고 말했었던 나한테 그 말을 받은 내가 더 신경 쓸게 들속에 널 찾아 붙잡아 봤자 너의 눈물만 떠올라 이토록 후회만 하는 내가 너무도 밉다 잘 못하고 보고 싶은데 yeah. 저 멀리 멀어져 닿을 수 없는 널 잊지 못하는 고통 속에 살아가 yeah. 그때 내가 미쳐 돌아나봐 놀란 시간 난 자신이 없는데 결국 너밖에 없는데 잠깐 미쳤던 거야 그때 내가 미쳐 몰라나봐 너는 공간 숨 쉬기도 못했대 뭘 믿고 그랬을까 미친놈이었던 날 욕해도 좋아 맘껏 욕욕욕해 욕해도 좋아 실컷 욕욕욕해 날 향한 지구가 한 정도가 될 때까지 돌아보려 다시 돌아갈 수 있다면
I know I didn't feel like there was much reacting in there, but it was just like I was reading the lyrics and like the emotion in their voices.
How sad they looked.
Yeah. I thought I'd lost it for a minute. So I was doing really well with reading the lyrics and still like keeping our track what's going on. Lena made eye contact.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh no, I've gone. But I managed to pull it back to some lyrics. Go me.
I didn't think they'd be like, yes, it's true. I had feelings for
Yeah.
someone else. Like,
And oh yeah, I was cold to you. I said I was
Yeah.
fine when I knew it wasn't. And wow.
I guess we're just so used to being like, oh no, it'll be like this because they don't, you know, as idols generally, they don't talk about,
Yeah.
or not so directly.
Yeah.
They leave it open, but this was
It's
pretty
like that whole
clear.
I broke up with you and now I regret it and I miss you.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people have been through. Like, it could just be momentarily because you're lonely. Or you might... I got that feeling that they miss this person, they regret it, but there's also a bit of... But it was the right thing to do. Maybe in the moment it might have been the right thing to do. Because obviously, like you said, you have feelings for other
Yeah.
people. And like, there was something about when your hatred turns to anger and then maybe...
So that really resonates with me because obviously, so my husband and I, we were on and off since we were 19. I'm only like 25 now or something like that. But
You've been on for a long time.
yeah,
now, though.
yeah. So soon we'll have actually known each other longer than we haven't known each other, which is quite scary. And yeah, obviously we've broken up and it felt like the end of the world, but they were all the right decisions actually at the time. But you do have to hurt and go through the anger to get over it, to then I think grow as a person, and then if it's right you can come back
That's
together.
the thing. I think like they can't go back to that person because it would be the same. You have to move past all of that to start a new relationship. You can't just restart the old one.
No. But it can feel really lonely and isolated because you think, oh, well, I wouldn't be feeling this now if we just stayed as it was. But you can't.
But I think there's also a bit there of they may miss certain things. But you know how sometimes it's when you've been in a relationship, you actually just miss having someone. Is it actually that person or just having someone? Or is it the routine that you miss?
Yeah.
You know, it's that process you have to go through of, is it that I want to be with them? Or is it that I just want to be with someone? Or is it that I just don't like the change?
Yeah. And those are the only things you can find out
Yeah.
when you take time and you have that reflection. What I liked a lot about it is that it's a lot of things I feel like we grew up watching films and TV shows where it would be the girls that would like sniff the clothing or just sit there with a big like Bridget Jones with your ice cream and crying and just lying there like listless.
Yeah. Whereas the men would be out drinking with their friends, not caring the world, just moving on.
Yeah, like nothing. And that I feel like for a lot of it that tends to be the narrative. So it was nice seeing men going through that pain as well, because it's not that they don't, it's just that it's never shown. And Lino drinking all the water, in my view, because he had to rehydrate because he'd been crying so much.
I also wonder whether Lino's was also a bit of maybe representative of getting drunk, because I don't think they'd want to have that in their MV. So maybe there's also a bit of that.
Oh, maybe that's why then he poured the water away.
Maybe.
Fine. That really makes more sense.
I feel like IN's was special occasions.
Yeah.
When you miss that person.
There's no one there to blow the candles out with you.
I know. Don't, because I know that none of them are coming to see me for my birthday. They'll be too busy with a new album. And then, do you know what I did struggle with, right? I was thinking, oh, this is really sad. But when Seungmin is jumping up and down smiling, I want to smile with him because his voice in this. So lovely. I don't know why I say in this. It's an ongoing thing, isn't it? Seungmin's voice. Chan. They always talk about girls crying in the bathroom.
Yes. I love that when he put his head in the water, and obviously they changed the sound of the song.
I wonder if it does that in the...
I really hope so, because when you feel so hurt and broken, and you can feel hurt and broken about a lot of things, but something about a relationship breakup, it just... you feel so raw. And it can feel like everything's going on around you, like the world's still moving, because it is a form of grief. But you feel separated from it, and that's what that audio really felt like. And
for me it can feel like, say you've just been through this breakup, you have gone out with your friends as a distraction to have some fun, forget about things, and suddenly you get introspective and the conversation's going on around you, and you suddenly click back and realise you've been somewhere else for a while. You know,
and then you have to be like, oh ha, like you have to then snap back into your what will at some point be okay self, but is a bit of a faux persona at the moment.
Fake it till you make it.
And who has not, when you're going through a breakup, gotten in the bath and because you want to wash your hair as well, but you just rest underwater for that bit longer than you would need to, just to... It's a certain sensation. Water can be very soothing.
Oh, not me. I go on missions. Not revenge either. Just, I get focused on stuff. I say, I once got dumped by text for a job interview. I got that job. I'm still there now. Do you know what I mean? It sent me on like I am getting this job.
I have to be like, fine, do you know what? I'm going to improve my life. One of the last breakups I had, I was like, do you know what? Fine. I booked driving lessons. I booked a holiday. I booked to swim with sharks because I was like, this is my life and I'm going to own it. We didn't even talk about Han.
I probably didn't get a lot of Han. I got to a point that I thought, is Han missing from this MV because we ain't seen him yet? We've all been there when like, when your bed smells of someone and you just pull your duvet.
Yeah.
Not me, it just smells of my cat.
But especially if it's something that you would change together, or do you ever look over, or maybe you don't, but sometimes I'll look over where like if Jake's not there, where he sleeps, and I won't sleep in the middle or on his side, but what I do is I bring the cat's bed and I put it there so it doesn't feel like there's this gap where someone should be there.
Yeah, I see, because I share my bed with the cat, but I'm that person that I get into bed and I'm like saying to him, like, where are you sleeping, so I know where I can sleep so I don't roll on or kick you or anything. But, in the middle, right, I will curl up here.
Yeah.
Please let me know if I wake you.
That's how you have to do it with cats.
I imagine it's the same with Lino.
Yeah.
Where are you sleeping? In the bed. Where are you sleeping? Oh, okay, well, I suppose I'm out there then.
I'm on the floor.
I'm glad no one had actual tears.
No, but Ian looked
liked it.
horrifically sad.
And do you know what? You know how I always talk about how much I love Changbin vocals? Don't know if you know this. But I really do.
Never heard you say that before.
When it came to Changbin, I was thinking, and he was doing like the blue handprint. I'm assuming that links to Streetlight.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought to myself, I'm so glad I'm not getting a lot of Changbin vocal or focused on him like more than that, because we know how he hits emotionally.
Yeah.
And for some reason I wanted to just stroke Hyunjin.
He did look so soft.
He did. And Felix, you know, when he was laying in the train hit him, all I could think about was Night at the Museum.
Oh.
Because you know how they tie him down in the train.
But that's like...
Do you know what that made me think of, though? That if you were in a relationship with someone and you have a child, the toys are there, but no child. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you've gone really dark. I was going along the... When you're in a relationship with someone, you start to plan out your path in life, and then something happens and your plans derail.
Yeah, you go off track, yeah.
And like if Jake and I broke up now, I just think my life would be in absolute disarray because I've planned the rest of my life. Not like I've planned to grow and have all of these plans, and that getting taken away, and Felix just lying there, the train hitting it. It must feel like you've been hit by this realization and just freezes you into nothing. And we haven't even spoken about the fact that they were all ghosts at first.
Yeah. I take that to mean like maybe they feel like a shell of their former self. Do you know what I mean? Like
invisible.
Yeah,
almost
not
worthy, because if they're looking at it from the fact that they're the instigator,
or that now I feel like I'm just floating through life with no purpose, like, and it's all passing me by.
Yeah.
Man, the fun I would have as a ghost.
But it started to rain, or like the sound of rain towards the end.
Yeah.
And then the last clip, there was a little rainbow, which is a nice little reminder of that.
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
There's always some hope, and it might not be what you thought, but there's something.
Yeah. And I feel like that was partly why they were all together at the end. It was a kind of, your other relationships can bring you some fulfillment.
Yeah.
And help you.
It's the only way to do it, I think.
And when I say move on, like, but I don't mean necessarily moving on to another relationship or going back to that one, but just being in a good place. So that was our reaction to Stray Kids X. I don't think I've heard that at club night, but no. I don't think we would.
No.
Okay. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.